Kristian Kan, and I'm the team leader with the Premier Home Team of Northrop Realty. It's kind of unique. I grew up in Montgomery County. I live currently in Harford County. So being that I'm a transplant, I kind of cover that entire radius. So it's about a 1 hour radius. So I'd say I cover Montgomery County and Frederick County, all the way across to Harford County and Baltimore County, and then Howard and Carroll right in the middle. There's so many different roles that you play as an agent, you know, especially with the team leader aspect. You're also kind of a coach, mentor, you're leading a team, but then you're also obviously dealing with your clients and everything else. But I'd say my favorite part, you know, if I had to sum it up into one, is just kind of being that person, that rock, that foundation for a client, you know, as they're working on probably one of their biggest either purchases or sales. You know, it's a big transaction for them. So being that person that they can count on, that they can call anytime, that they know has the knowledge and the resources to get them from point A to point B. Being that person is invaluable. I love it. I think what drives me is honestly, at the end of the day, feeling like you change somebody's life in some way for the better, you know, and if that means as they're going from stage one of wondering if they can even buy a home, all the way to the day they get their keys at the settlement table and they're about to move into their dream home. If you can be that person that not only gives them the faith and confidence that they can do it from the very beginning, but then you can guide them through the whole process and get them there seamlessly with very little stress. At the end of the day, you know, people don't like to admit it, but every single transaction is going to have challenges. So, you know, it's easy to say, hey, I'm going to get you from point A to point B with no issues. But being the person that they can count on to solve those problems, you know, when things do come up, you know, whether it's title, appraisal, inspection, there's always something. Being that person that has the knowledge, the resources, the experience to say, hey, you know what, I've dealt with this before, let's develop the strategy and let's figure it out. And getting them to the settlement table where now they remember, hey, you know what, we wouldn't have probably been here if it hadn't been for Kristian when we called him that night at 10 o'clock because this happened and he figured it out. So again, being that person that just makes a difference, you know, that makes a difference, can take charge, use some of your past experience and knowledge, and kind of help your clients when you do have a challenge, you know, being that person they can count on. You know, they're going through, again, one of the biggest transactions of their life. The last thing they feel like doing is also trying to find out who's the best lender and who's the best moving company, who's the best title company. It's a lot, you know. It's hard enough to find a good product on Amazon after reading all the reviews. Imagine trying to find all these different key roles that are going to make your transaction seamless. So being that person, being the quarterback that can say, hey, here's my all-star team that I've developed over the last 10 years. You don't have to shop around for it. You can use whomever you like, but here's, you know, 10 people I trust in every category. So it's huge and clients love it. I've known Lou for almost 20 years now. So we met about 20 years ago in the mortgage industry. I was in the mortgage industry for a few years before I transitioned over to the real estate sales side. And back then, got to be friends with Lou. Great guy. I mean, he's got all the qualities that anybody loves. You know, great, hardworking guy, honest, loyal, humble, and then he ended up taking over the family business. And I watched him transform the business, you know, from a small family-owned moving company to what it is now. I mean, I don't even know if he's doubled, tripled, quadrupled the revenue that they were doing. But what's cool is he doesn't look at that. He looks at how many clients are we able to help at the highest level? How many great, happy clients do we have that are gonna sing our praises and tell everybody? And he's just so focused on the client. And I think that's what naturally and kind of organically makes his business grow, because that's his focus.